hope you're comfortable with Jungkook being on top of you. Are you okay with this setup here today?
I have no complaints whatsoever.
Hi, welcome to the Throga channel. My name is Richard, and this is WWH Part 2. You know what it stands for any of you who follow us here at the Throga channel. It's Throga's very own Worldwide Handsome Part 2. And going back, in case you missed it, basically the only reason why I brought Johnny into the show was of his good looks, and it turns out he can do stuff. And he's been working on his skills since then, piano and stuff like that. So he's keeping up. It's been a nice addition.
And my fashion choices,
Your
too.
fashion choices are amazing. But today we have a very special guest. Drum roll, please.
It's like karate
To our
part
guest. It's Brigitte. Woo!
Hi.
Cue theme music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's my song?
Which one do you want? Do you want the
She's
Beauty
come
and the
to
Beast one?
expect it at
I
this
want-
point.
Yeah, I want the Brigitte one. Whatever one.
Oh,
that
so
was.
the
Brigitte.
Yeah.
the sound of music.
Thank you.
My heart wants to sing every song it hears.
Hey, hello,
That's pretty
Brigitte.
accurate. Hi.
Did I say that right?
Hi. Yeah, you did.
You're like, yeah, I was close
Johnny-
enough, Richard.
Johnny's like, no, we're sticking to cuz.
I lucked out right at the beginning.
So we are lucky enough to have our guest today because she'd rather be here than apparently an award ceremony, which I've come to understand is you're supposed to be somewhere else right now.
First I was going, and then I was just like, nah. When you texted me this morning, this is super last minute too. So no, not super.
I was like,
last
hey,
minute, but-
we're going to do the live of Standing Next to You with Jungkook. And before I even finished, I think, putting the text, you're like, what time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just sent an email to school. I was like, I'm super busy today, won't be able to make it. Yeah, just kidding.
Yeah,
But
we won't send him a link to this at all. You're fine.
Who wouldn't
Yeah.
want to be hanging out with us anyway? This is the
Right.
coolest thing to be doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Yeah.
as promised, we are going to watch the live version of Standing Next to You. Johnny and I absolutely love that song. If you haven't watched that reaction, go check that out first. We'll put that in the description below. So it wasn't a debate whether or not we were going to react to a live version of Standing Next to You. It was which live version we do. So we've decided on the iHeartRadio. And can you tell us a little bit about this one, like why we selected this one?
Yeah, mostly because like it was in the comments too on the video. It was suggested a lot because everybody was like, those are the best vocals on any of the performances he's done. And
Cool.
well, I'm a big fan of like the band that he has there too. Like it's
That's right. This is
super
full
good.
live band, right? It's not like
Yeah,
pre-recorded tracks or anything.
So it's super fun. I loved it. So I was just like, yeah, let's do that one.
Cool. And Johnny, do you have anything to add as to why we selected this one?
Because you told me to, Jill Sargent.
Name that movie. Oh, you gotta play the soundtrack. Such a good movie. All right. Brigitte, I hope you're comfortable with Jungkook being on top of you. Are you okay with this setup here today?
I have no complaints whatsoever.
And before we begin, make sure you guys hit like and subscribe, and you ring that bell so you always know which BTS video we're going to do next.
Because there's like 300 plus lives coming over the next decade. And that's not including all the material they're going to release after military. So it's
Or maybe during the military, like we never know. We got a song in June this year from a new song when two of the members were already like on active
interesting.
duty. Yeah, so you just never know. It's
also a reminder to check out the description below where you can go to throga.com/react and you can join one of our Join the Reaction contests. Just like we have a guest today, this could be you. And you can select any song you want from any artist you want. I hear there's some more choices from BTS, and we can go from there. Also, you can learn more about private singing and songwriting lessons from Johnny and myself.
Yes, we can mess up your name as well, whoever that lucky person is.
All right, here we go. What a band.
Oh, yeah.
Standing next to you, play me slow, push up on this funk and give me miracle. Make it known how we live the ride is something we control. Screaming, I testify this loving. Screaming, I testify that we'll survive the test of time. They can't deny your love. That can divide us. We'll survive the test of time. I promise I'll be right. Standing in the fire next to you. Oh, you know it's deeper than the rain.
This song's like impossible to find a place to stop because
I
it's
know.
literally, it's like, oh, here, oh, I'm going to stop it right after this hook. Oh, wait, there, and then it goes into this one, and then it goes into this one. It is nonstop.
So good. Do you know what my favorite hook is, though? Can you guess?
Is it the...
Yeah. Da-da.
Yeah, because I said it in the last video, so it's not even...
You've said it twice today. What I wanted, yeah, something that I wanted to point out on that part is the change, like between the registers.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, first time I thought when you heard the music video you would like talk about that because I know you, but see how he does this, like it's I don't know, it's good. It goes from head voice and then I think it's a mix and then at time, the test of time, that's where he goes to the
but
to
it's
the
only
chest,
for
right?
like exactly, it's like a
Yeah.
word, like a syllable
Yeah.
or two syllables, so it's really subtle, but it helps connect sonically going from head voice to
Yeah.
chest voice. Otherwise it can be kind of abrupt. But this
Yeah.
is what artists
It's super
like
well done.
Timberlake, obviously Michael Jackson, we talked about before, they're really good at the intentional placement. Oh, here's head voice, here's falsetto, but then they just move out of it really gracefully.
Yeah,
And he's doing that here too.
He's got a smooth voice. I love his voice.
yeah.
Unrelated topic, the purple in-ears. Does he typically use purple? Because I know don't they use like color coded sometimes when the group is together?
Yeah.
They each have a color, or how does that work?
I know he has had a purple mic for a lot of the time, but sometimes they switch it up a bit. I could be super wrong here because I'm just like all over the place. But yeah, he does use purple a lot, like for his mic too.
I was curious, like when they're together and they're using those 7 different colors versus solo, if they carry that over.
I think we've talked about this, that like for the solo stuff that they've mentioned how they missed like having the other members. And just recently they had like there's a new concert video out like from the Permission to Dance, which was in LA and in Las Vegas. They did the concert several days in a row, and in the backs like there's behind the scenes stuff a lot, and their rehearsals are just chaos. It's like the 7 of them just and everybody was like, now I know, like we always know, but this is just why they miss each other so much, because it's banter up until the moment they're just like, okay, now we have to, and then it's a switch
Right.
and they do their thing to rehearse, but the in between they're never just still, they're always doing something with each other. So yeah,
That's cool. So carrying things over into that, it's just kind of like that.
I feel like it would
Yeah,
be
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like to have the members there in some way, shape or form.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Standing in the fire next to you. You know it's deeper than the rain, it's deeper than the pain, it's deeper
Love that.
DNA, so they can take away.
He sounds so great. He's nailing this.
After glow, leave your body golden like the sun in the moon.
He used to do that in the original, does he?
I don't
Is
know.
that the same
I don't remember.
phrase?
Is that?
Afterglow, leave your body golden like the sun in the moon.
Nice little
Yeah, the
shift
little
it.
footwork. There's that transition.
I love how it goes out of time too.
Hey Johnny, do you like that part where it goes da, 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 da? Like that seems like a cool sequence of notes.
No, I don't know what you're. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. It sounds cool. Whatever you just did. Can you rewind that? Sorry. Deeper than the da, 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 da. The phrasing in this song, I think, is so genius. Like, it's a simple melody, but like the timing of it, like da 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 da.
Against
da,
yes.
da. It's
Like where the
it's like
downbeat
all-
is.
Yeah, like, and the same thing with the da 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 da. My favorite part, if you didn't know that. Da, 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 da. It's like it just kind of breaks out of the typical, like, you know, predictable feel, but it flows so well.
Yes.
I think the song is great. Yeah, it's just so good.
And it goes into this like rusted chorus.
Were there some little nods to Mike? Yeah, there's some
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
nods in there. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, the hat thing, yeah. Billie Jean. Yep, there you go.
What
Just
a
a
great
killer.
performer.
That's a killer pop song. I love that song, and he's the real deal live, man.
The musical setup is genius too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
The last line of the first verse I love as well. So set up the chorus. It's great.
Slow.
Now, typically the singer would go down here. That's typical of like more of like a second verse kind of thing, you know? 'Cause very often you have da 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 da. A lot of singers melodically would just kind of repeat that for the first verse, kind of establishing an initial melody.
Mm-hmm.
He's already creating a little bit of a unexpected moment, which is what attracts me to the song so much. We talked about that musically as well, and of course this band is executing what they did in the studio live brilliantly. But every time, every line in this has just that little bit of unexpectedness. I'm just repeating
The
what
attention
we've
to
said,
detail,
but that's
yeah.
what's so exciting about it.
Yeah, on the surface, it's just a killer pop song, but when you like dig deeper, I mean, it's that way for a reason because
Yes.
it's just so.
Ah,
Where'd you go?
I lost it, but again.
I,
Oh, we brought her back.
I was like,
It's a
okay.
theme song.
All by the power of music, we brought her back.
I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. No, but speaking of the details, like, and I think you noticed this too because I thought I saw it in your face, Richard. The intentional vowel modification on slow play me slow, kind of bringing the vibrato in and an ooh sound rather
But
than
he didn't
an oh.
do it to lock in the pitch. And
No,
that's
no,
the
no,
difference.
not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was an intentional little, and he does that in one other place too, which is, I think it's really cool because it just adds.
Yes.
It's details, tiny little things, but yeah.
He's just playing with the melody in a way
Yeah.
that's still connected to the feel of the song, the meaning of the song. Very often, vowel modification, a term that's used for singers and in teaching. Typically, vowel modification is modifying the shape of the sound to help secure a pitch or to project a certain range of frequencies, if it's like a classical style or something like that. But when you play with the vowel shape to make it sound cool, like it's like a textural, like
Yeah.
this is just like molding the frequency. It wasn't because he was struggling with sustaining the pitch or anything like that. So vowel modification for play and expression, I'm a big fan of, which I think he does
Yeah.
really well.
This song really
For
showcases his range too, especially that second verse where he goes up to that falsetto part, which is
I forgot he did that.
yeah,
And
that's
he does
typically
that when
attributed
he
to
dances too.
what's
Like
that?
he does it when he dances too, because there's he did other performances of this song where he full on choreography, the whole thing. He does that in between all of that too.
Yeah, but that high head voice part that's usually attributed to Jimin. So like that's one of the nice things about having like the solo careers. It's like, okay, this is all I could do because there's only so much space that you have in a group of seven people that are all amazing. So yeah, that's like he can spread his wings a little bit. It's really cool to see.
Yeah. And then coming out of that falsetto head voice into like that richer, intense sound is really where the skill for me is shown off.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm such a
so
big
glad
fan
we
of
came
this
back
song.
to this one. And I
Yep.
know there was requests, well, since you're watching this one, you should also watch a full concert of him singing that includes this one song. We're not trying to be dismissive, but we have lots of other songs to get to. And occasionally Johnny and I have, a job do other
You
things.
do?
Yeah, we
I thought
do
you-
have to pay rent, and I have kids. He is fur kids. We have things to we have things to actually do outside of this. As much as this is fun, so
Don't worry though, people. We're gonna get the remaining 20 BTS songs done. The
There's
20 left out of the 300 that we have. Because we've done so many.
one at a time, over time. We will get there. So thank you for your patience. What is your mug, by the way?
This is one of my girlfriend's mugs. She's a big mug person, so I have lots of mugs that have meaning. So I never
to
knew
you.
I never knew to get mugs that had meaning before, but now I do. They have a theme and they have special meaning. So this is from Florida. She went there. So
So a special
Florida
meaning to you
captains.
because she went there.
Because
Yes.
it was close to your where you live, Richard.
That's right.
Right? That's
right.
It. I cracked.
Yeah, it's like I'm sitting right next to you. Just a little piece of you that I'm sipping on.
We need to exit this
Right.
video.
We're cutting that one out.
Now, since we've taken on the Thronely fan title, it seems like there's been a little bit more forgiveness.
We're getting a little more risque. Yeah.
Just a little bit more risque. On that note, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. This was
Johnny,
unexpected,
we need
but I was
we
very
need
happy.
some exit music. We have
This is the Throga closing music.
sounds like a flop.
It sounds like we should end, yeah.
Yes.
Probably.
Thank you everyone for joining us, and that's it for now. Bye everyone.
Bye, guys.